Greetings, esteemed viewers. Today, we will be looking at the most pressing events of the past few days. Subscribe to stay updated on the latest news. Residents of Marseille, France, are advised to stay indoors due to severe weather conditions. The city, along with neighboring regions, is under an orange alert for thunderstorms and flooding. This warning is likely to remain in effect until the following morning, with some areas potentially remaining flooded for a while longer. Intense rainfall has led to significant flooding in the city center, including Vieux-Port and La Canebière, which are completely submerged. Social media is filled with images of flooded streets, parked cars, and people wading through knee-deep water. Public transportation has been disrupted, with tram and bus lines temporarily halted due to impassable roads. Meteorologist Paul Marquis has urged drivers to postpone their trips and to document the flooded roads with photos and videos. The Prado Carénage tunnel is closed in both directions, further complicating transportation. According to La Chain Mateo, over 50 millimeters of rain have fallen. The Curanos Storm and Tornado Observatory know that certain areas of the city, especially those with canals, have been particularly hard hit by the precipitation. Emergency services are operating throughout the city, assisting with rescue operations and clearing blocked drainage systems. Residents are advised to avoid traveling through flooded areas and to protect their property from potential water damage. 10 other departments in the region are also under similar weather warnings, with risks of flooding, power outages, and property damage. Local authorities are closely monitoring the situation, and additional advisories are expected as weather conditions evolve. Officials are urging the public to stay informed through official channels and to avoid unnecessary travel until conditions improve. Residents in affected areas are encouraged to report any emergencies to local authorities and to check on vulnerable neighbors who may need assistance. The focus is on ensuring public safety and restoring normalcy after the storm. In Florida, more than 200 millimeters of precipitation have fallen over the past 2 days, causing severe flooding. Streets in Tampa, located on the Gulf of Mexico coast, are underwater. On the roads, dozens of flooded cars can be seen, occasionally swaying on waves caused by the movement of other vehicles. Movement restrictions have been imposed in the city, and some areas are completely closed off for safety. Residents are reporting issues with water and electricity supplies, as well as difficulties with transportation. Emergency services are working to address the aftermath of the natural disaster and provide assistance to those affected. Bad weather has also struck Spain, affecting several regions of the country. In the province of Albacete, a city has found itself at the epicenter of the disaster following heavy rains. Due to the intense precipitation, the city streets have turned into raging rivers, flooding residential areas, shops, and administrative buildings. Some roads have become impassable, and strong currents have emerged in certain areas, washing away vehicles and threatening the safety of local residents. Emergency services have strongly recommended that people stay indoors and avoid traveling through flooded streets. The situation is worsened by nearby mudslides caused by river overflow and soil erosion. Mud flows from the hillsides have destroyed farmland and damaged road infrastructure. Rescue services have already evacuated several settlements in the risk zone. Authorities warn that new floods and mudslides are possible, as meteorologists predict continued rainfall in the coming days. In addition to the flooded streets and damaged structures, the region is experiencing disruptions in electricity and water supply. Utility services are working around the clock, but restoring all systems may take several days. Local farmers have also been affected by the disaster. floods have destroyed a significant portion of crops, causing severe losses to livestock operations.
Yun! Uy! Uy! Nice! Woo!
On the night of the 4th to the 5th of September, residents of the Philippines witnessed a spectacular event. An asteroid with a diameter of about 1.5 meters entered the planet's atmosphere. The object, moving at a speed of approximately 63,360 kilometers per hour, burned up in the atmosphere due to friction with air molecules, creating a bright trail and turning into a meteor, or shooting star. The asteroid was spotted by astronomers 12 hours before its atmospheric entry, marking only the 9th instance in human history when an asteroid threat was detected in advance. The event posed no threat to Earth and left no significant aftermath.
Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! Wow!
Saudi Arabia is facing serious challenges due to heavy rains and sudden floods that have hit the Red Sea coast, causing widespread destruction. The flooding has led to chaos, with images and videos of submerged streets, cars stuck in rising water, and vehicles being carried away by relentless currents, particularly in the holy city of Medina, circulating on social media. The extreme weather has resulted in tragic losses. 2 bodies were found in a wadi in Dahab in Al-Lith, a coastal town south of Jeddah, highlighting the dangerous conditions gripping the region. According to local media, the Saudi Civil Defense is working on managing the aftermath, emphasizing that the National Meteorological Center has issued a red alert for heavy rains in several western and southwestern regions, warning residents to prepare for the worst by evening. Meteorologists also noted potential hazards, including strong winds, reduced visibility, hail, and thunderstorms, which complicate the situation for communities in these areas. While the Riyadh region is likely to escape the worst impacts of the storm, forecasts predict only light to moderate rain. However, the Civil Defense Office has warned that thunderstorms are expected to continue from Friday through the following Thursday, urging citizens to exercise caution, avoid low-lying areas prone to flooding, and strictly follow official guidelines to ensure their safety. In response to the flooding, Saudi authorities have mobilized thousands of workers and support staff to assist in managing the aftermath at key religious sites, including the Grand Mosque in Mecca and the Prophet's Mosque in Medina. As the rains continue, the General Presidency for the Affairs of the Prophet's Mosque reported that several measures have been taken to protect worshippers, allowing them to carry out their religious duties with minimal disruption. According to the Saudi press agency, these measures include removing carpets from open areas, using machinery and manual labor to remove accumulated rainwater, and reorganizing pathways in the mosque courtyards to maintain order and safety. Additionally, umbrellas have been distributed to protect worshippers and visitors from the rain. The floods also underscore broader issues faced by Saudi Arabia due to increasingly unpredictable weather. Although the kingdom is known for its arid climate, sudden floods have become a recurring threat in recent years, particularly along the western coast. The state is investing in infrastructure improvements such as advanced drainage systems to better handle such events, but the recent flood highlights ongoing vulnerabilities. Local authorities are also utilizing digital platforms and social media to keep the public informed, providing frequent updates and recommendations. In the Philippines, tropical storm Yagi is raging, hitting the northern part of Aurora province, near the city of Casiguran, which has a population of more than 27,000 people. Strong winds and heavy rains have caused extensive damage to infrastructure and power outages in the city. Local residents are experiencing interruptions in water supply and difficulties in transportation. Storm Yagi continues to move west and has already crossed Luzon Island, causing damage to other regions of the country. Experts warn of possible additional flooding and destruction as the storm remains active and may intensify. Emergency services are actively working at the scene, providing assistance to those affected and repairing damaged communications. It is expected that the further development of the situation will require additional measures for ensuring safety and evacuating residents from the most affected areas.